Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain quiet for the minute of silence.
Good morning, Chantilly. I'm Mujay Mambu.
And I'm Rachel Dadu. Today is Monday, March 4th, 2019.
And here are your morning announcements. Today is a B-Day. Tomorrow is an A-Day with LS7 and CT.
Boys soccer plays home against Stonebridge. JV at 5:45 and varsity at 7:15.
Chantilly Jazz is offering a concert during LS1 on March 13th. If you'd like to bring your class to the performance, please RSVP with Mr. Rikers.
Now, let's go to this week's Positivity Project video.
Hey, my name's Andrew. I'll be talking about appreciation of beauty and excellence. So I think this is one of the most important things that we have in today's society, especially today's society, as we're just given so much information, and saying, given how much we're always given deadlines, we're always given like this is how it's going to turn out. But I think what's disregarded is the little moments leading up to a certain end goal, or just like the end of the road of a long journey. The little moments that we're given, I think, are more valuable than what is achieved at the end of it. This goes for any emotion. I think that you experience, it's being happy, not really any at all, or down, because you need to process that moment instead of pushing it off and say I'll deal with it later. Dealing with it while it's there is so much more effective than pushing it to a later time. An example for me was before I was born, my brother was born with a heart defect. So he was born on April 5th and passed away on April 9th. So with my parents for about 3 days. And that never really processed. I was never really able to process it. Mainly just because it didn't really make sense to me. It's like I didn't really know him. I didn't know him at all. It was before I was here. But I think when that finally made sense to me was that if he had been alive, I may not have been here. So I may not have been able to experience all these things that life has to offer to me. So when I was truly able to process that, I realized how much of a gift being here actually is. And my parents helped me a little bit, but it was my own individual process of dealing with it. I actually visited his grave, so that made it, I guess, more real, that I dealt with it when it was with me instead of putting it off until a later point in my life. So I've been able to take in these little things that are here, instead of pushing them to a later time. And this goes with any goals that you've set. My main goal is to compete at the CrossFit Games, which is a very elite level competition. So every single training session that goes in during the week, 3-4 hours of just like really grueling training sessions will lead up to an end goal. But those training sessions leading up are the most important ones that you can have. So appreciation of those little moments leading up to a bigger moment. There's beauty in them, and yeah, don't take them for granted.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Chantilly. This has been Mujay Mambu,
And Rachel Dadu, reminding you to stay positive and have a great day.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
To be young and in love in New York City. Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City.